you. I'm Hayley Palmer. It's so good to have you here with me on tonight's show, especially as we are joined by comedian, writer, actress and presenter Helen Lederer. And here is what happened when I caught up with her. Helen Lederer, it's great to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm very well and very thrilled to be here, Hayley. You're looking very bright yourself. I'm slightly less alert than you are, but I'm very happy to be talking to you.
Do you know what? You are here, and that is the main thing. And I know you've got some great song choices on tonight's show, so we cannot wait to be playing those out. But what have you been up to your end, Helen, this week?
Well, Hayley, the reason I'm I've just put some special eyeliner on in your honour. You know that thing where you're just a little bit drained? Well, so I set up the Comedy Women in Print Awards to shine a light on witty women fiction writers. And so I made it all up. You know, like when you have an idea, sometimes you think maybe you shouldn't follow through. Well, I followed through on this. So it's the only one. It's the only Comedy Women in Print Award in the UK. And then we had our awards event, can't speak, on Monday. And we had Mira Sayal, got the Witty Women Writer of the Award. And it was just that thing, you know, when you've actually done something yourself and they're going, oh my gosh, it's going to work. And it did. Had goodie bags and everything, Hayley. Goodie bags. Love a goodie bag.
I'm all about a goodie bag. If you can get 2 goodie bags on a night out, you're like, yes.
Absolutely. And some people were very similar to you because some people were taking 2 goodie bags home
with
them.
We won't name names.
No, we won't name names. And then you just go, do you know what? You'll probably gift that to someone else. So there's a kindness there, isn't there?
Exactly. It's all about the giving. Well, we're going to go into your first song choice. I mean, we love a Christmas song. We love it early. The Pogues, Fairy Tale of New York. Why this one?
Oh, I don't know about you, but it just, you know, there's some songs, some music that just massive and it just lifts the spirit. There's something sad about it. It's earthy. It conjures up everything about sadness and humanity and Christmas and drinks and getting all close and dirty with each other.
I'm loving that. Well, we're going to play out the song now and I'll be catching up with Helen after this.
It was Christmas Eve, babe.
Now, Helen, I want to rewind to how everything started for you, because am I right in saying that you were a social worker to begin with? Is that right?
Yes, people always pick that one out, quite rightly. I was a very bad social worker and I didn't do it for very long. And it got to the point where my team leader took me into her office and she said, Helen, you can either leave or you can leave immediately. So I left immediately. But by then, you know, with so many people that nowadays it's normal, but I wanted to please my parents, all that. So I did a sort of degree in sociology and stuff. When I had the courage to go to drama school, just for 1 year, I may say, I knew that I wanted to write and perform and do comedy all my life, really. I just hadn't found it, so I tried to do other things. Well, there were worse things to do than try and help people, even though you're not very good at it. And then I went to auditions, and then I started on the circuit when women weren't really doing it. It was quite unusual.
I was going to say, how scary was that? Because I think that's quite an ordeal to get up and make people laugh. I just couldn't do it, Helen. You're a legend.
Well, people say that. But, I mean, I look back and I think, again, there's a time in your life when you just know that you're going to go for something. And I think I can't believe I did do it. But I just wanted it so much. Yeah. And in those days, people with ambition or purpose who were women, they weren't very popular either. It's so different now. I mean, I look around and the women who are writing for each other and, you know, if I was born now, but there were very few women on the bill in those days. And it was mostly men and 1 woman. You couldn't have 2 women at once because then that would unbalance things because it was very much a sort of male stand-up genre to do it. But I did it. I think some gigs were good and some gigs were less good. And then you get a superstition. You go, I had a really good gig. That means the next gig isn't going to be good. But I did it. I got myself to rooms above pubs in the 80s and managed to get a routine together and then got sort of proper work. Amazing, really, if you look back.
Yes, loving that. And I mean, you've been in so many different things. We could sit here and name it all day. But I mean, in particular, Ab Fab, French and Saunders, even Bottom. What a show. I've been watching the repeats when they've come on. Which is your favourite, Helen, if you could put it down to one?
Well, it's interesting because just recently there's been a resurgence of interest in Bottom. And the word, when I was a child, I couldn't even say that word without sniggering very loud. I used to really get hysterical at the word bottom. But I think a lot of people, there's a lot of nostalgia coming back about the 80s comedy. And I think a lot of students really like Rick Mayall and Adrian Edmondson from the young ones. And you're too young, Hayley.
I'm not Helen. I'm old.
You are.
Honestly. No, I'm quite immature, but I'm actually old.
Well, I don't agree. But... I did a podcast about Bottom the other day, and these people just knew everything. They knew the lines, they knew what had happened, and it brought it back. And I think when you just crack on, I'm a person who just cracks on. I hadn't remembered the details, and now I'm thinking Rick was a genius, and I was so lucky to play the countess of whoever it was with the low cut dress. I didn't ask for the job, I got the job, and it's really interesting how other people just loved Bottom and Ab Fab. I mean, these were popular, really successful programmes. I was lucky to be in them, I suppose.
We love it. And we're going to go into your next song, Bob Marley, Is This Love? I mean, we're loving Bob Marley on the show. Why this one?
Why this song, Hayley? Well, when you choose like your best things, I'm just thinking Bob Marley is... irreplaceable, sort of opened up, the rhythm, and I'm just thinking of like smoky bars and positivity and more smoky bars, please.
Yes, I'm with you on that. Here we go from 1978, and then we'll see you after. Now, I want to talk to you more about Comedy Women in Print Awards, because you set this up, Helen, didn't you?
I did set it up because I had written my first comedy novel, and to my great boastfulness, because women aren't supposed to boast, are they? But I've never won anything, so being nominated, I think, I just go on about this. I think to be nominated for something is just whatever it is, like whatever you get nominated for is... It's just a little moment, little tap on shoulder, nice. I got nominated for the PG Wodehouse Comedy Literary Award, and I noticed there weren't any awards for witty women writers. Right. And I'd been a judge on the Women's Prize, so you just go, there's a market for this. And so I had the idea and I set it up. And it took 2 years to get going. And then we got people like Sparkle, don't they? And
love Sparkle.
Sparkle. And women are complicated.
Easily swayed, yeah.
Made happy by Sparkle. And then amazing women came on board to judge it and support it. And then, you know that thing when you start something and then other people go, they've got so-and-so, they've got so-and-so, and they've got so... And then, you know, because I've been around for so long that I've kind of rubbed shoulders with a few people en passant, like in a gig. And somehow the people who supported it reassured the powers that be. I think it was a posh newspaper, was our media partner the first time. And somehow we got enough grown-up people behind us where people thought, it's real. It's not just a notion of that odd comedian, Helen Lederer, who she. And so... and then now it's become part of the literary canvas. Not quite as posh as the Booker Prize, but it's a literary prize for witty women writers. And we did have, I mean, this year, Mel Goodrike was shortlisted, Dolly Alderton was runner-up. I mean, the amazing witty writers and unknown writers who then get the attention they deserve. That's, another aspect.
Yeah, no, it's such a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Where was it held, Helen?
Did it in the old Groucho Club.
Loving a bit of the Groucho. Can't go wrong.
Yes, you can't go wrong. And we had free gin. Espina
winning. Gave
a free drink. We chucked some blueberries in, made it look very posh. Amazing what blueberries can do in a tumbler.
One of you 5 a day, yeah.
Exactly. You see, you're on it. And I think there was just a celebration. I think it was a dream come true to hear women actually talk about their own experience to get to where they are, and to encourage other women. And nowadays, women do collaborate and work with each other a lot more than in my day. So I might be out of a job soon.
But it's nice though, isn't it? Girl power,
Yeah, exactly right. Girl power. And it was there in the room. And the unpublished winner who won, Rebecca Rogers, she was like, it was very moving. She said, I'm going to give up my job in the job centre. And it was just like all genuine. You know, you go, hey, winning is nice, and we could all be happy, you know, for her.
Well, we've got a clip of Georgia singing. Just explain about this to me, Helen.
Georgia Crandon is the most amazing musician. I was told about her by a friend and who'd seen her at the Albert Hall, no less. And we got together, and she has got the most amazingly edgy voice, like she smoked lots of cigarettes, but still in tune. Really cool. And she's and all these literary people at the awards, they went, oh my God, who is that woman doing this cool song? And I call it a torch song. In my day, it's kind of like the CWIP song, and I wrote some of it, and Georgia wrote some of it, and it's about what it was like in the 80s and now, and the need for recognition, but it's just funky, and she's just got a beautiful voice, and she's put it to music, and it's brilliant.
She's amazing. So here she is. Take a look at this.
Ever since the 80s, it's been quite tough. No one on the circuit seemed to like my stuff. So I wrote a book to get more visibility. But funny female fiction had no parity. It's time to change and get our voices heard. In spite of accusations of us spreading the wrong word. Though it's changing, it's hard to make our mark. There's many of us out there, not just Muriel Spark. And CWIP is here to clear the air. If you're funny and you're female, there's a prize to share. Women's witty fiction is still quite rare. We're changing this, and yes, we dare. Take an edgy lady and a funny mind. I couldn't think of two things better off combined. Still, the bills can be unfair. We're changing this, and yes, we dare. We're changing this, and yes, we did. All the prizes out there were won by men, but it ain't just them who wield the pen. So setting up this prize, I picked the thing to do. Support was slow and steady, now it's down.
We have got some questions, Helen, from some of our lovely viewers. Steve would like to know, what is the last thing you do before you go on stage?
Oh, that's a good question from Steve. I always have that sense of sort of jumping off and hoping I'm not going to drown. It's like going into the unknown. I did go to a hypnotist once and get some rituals so that I would, in my mind, imagine myself walking forwards and then backwards and doing certain things. I did that when I did a one-woman show, go through some rituals. What I did in my last one-woman show in the Edinburgh Festival, called, I might as well say it, was I discovered, what was it? Oh, yeah, CBT oil. Somebody told me to get some CBT oil.
That's
from
meant
the
to be
health
really
shop.
good, isn't it? And really calming.
Well,
yes.
I took more and more each night as the run went on. Didn't remember. I had my script backstage, so if I forgot what I was doing, I'd just I'd ask the audience, actually, say, where was I? And they said, oh, you were talking about when you... I won't, thank you. And so it was kind of quite a chillaxing thing. Maybe I might cut down the CBT going forwards when I do my
Good
tour.
plan. Yeah,
but I
like
think
it.
it's a case of just trying to focus and then just walk on stage and want to be there.
Do you eat beforehand, or are you like really hungry afterwards and go to Mackie D's?
Oh, drinking. I'm not hungry. Food, for someone who likes her food, as you can tell, food does not feature when you're performing. Food and performing do not go together for me.
It's all about afterwards. Then you're really hungry. Like drinking all the way. And Chris says, what has surprised you most during your career in comedy?
What surprised me? Wow. Well, when I started out, when you're confident and you start out and you've got the vision and it's just natural, it's not being boastful or arrogant. It's just where you're at. I thought I was going, and I honestly don't think this is arrogant. I thought I'd have the kind of career that Miranda Hart had. I thought, I'm doing all this. I'm writing my material. My dream was to have a sitcom where I was in it, which is obviously now not for me. And the landscape is more usual for women to do autobiographical sitcoms, Phoebe Waller-Bridge and a lot going on. So the surprise was that it didn't happen. It didn't happen, Steve.
Too late.
Well, maybe. I think somebody has to write me a June Whitfield role in some kind of wacky, anarchic sitcom, and I'd jump in because I could sit down a lot and remember the lines better. But that was a surprise. I thought I'd go that path, and I didn't. And then the moral of the tale is it really doesn't matter. You just keep cracking on.
Exactly. Keep cracking on. Well, we're going to go into Madonna. We've got a bit of match, haven't we? Material Girl, 80s classic. Why this one?
Oh, I just think it's happy, and it's again a reminder of a time when I think I just like being in those clubs where it's like, just dancing and lifting your spirits. And she was everywhere. She looked amazing. She was an energizer and an innovator, and Madonna is really cool.
Yes, she's very cool, and so this video. Enjoy this. We'll see you after.
Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay.
Now we've got a quick fire question round for you, Helen Lederer. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
First song that you ever purchased?
Oh, the first song. Oh, I think it might have been I shared EP with my sister, Cliff Richard. Summer holiday thing EP. I think.
Classic, right there.
My next one was James Taylor. You would. Was it James Taylor who sang "You've Got a Friend"? I can't remember.
It was
James.
Okay, that was your second one.
Yeah.
Okay. Loving that. Dance floor song. Is there a song, Helen, when you're out and you hear the song and you're like, I need to hit that dance floor immediately?
Yeah. Again, it's an old one. The Rolling Stones, Brown Sugar.
Oh, classic.
Do you know that one?
I do know it. It's one of my dad's favourites, actually.
There you go. Me and your dad be dancing together. Yeah.
And guilty pleasure song. Is there a song that you shouldn't like? You're like, actually, I don't care. I love it.
I see what you mean. Anything by, what are those lovely Irish twins called?
Jedwards?
Yes. I'm thinking of guilty pleasures. I can't think of the name of anything they've done, but if it's foot tapping. Oh, the other one is I like the Venga Boys, but that's quite cool.
Oh,
going to
that's
Ibiza.
so upbeat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going to Ibiza, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, bring that back. And so Uber favourite, is there a song when you get in an Uber and you put it on your way home, and you just want like smooth radio, like a chilled song?
Joni Mitchell would be that. She'd probably start making me weep about all the broken affairs, all the time, like singing to the words of.
It gets you right there, doesn't it?
Singing to the words on the back of the LP cover. Joni Mitchell, yeah.
Karaoke song, Helen, you a bit of a karaoke queen?
Yeah, I join in. I'm not very good on contemporary ones, but no, give me an idea. What would be what's a popular karaoke thing?
I like a little bit of Whitney, but I'm tone deaf, but I still like it, and that's the most important thing. You're giving it your all, aren't you?
Whitney.
Chesney Hawkes, the one and only.
I'm not so familiar, but Whitney Houston. Hey, did you do You Gotta Dance with Somebody? You gotta
yeah.
That one. That's what I'd be doing.
Oh, yeah. And motivational song. Is there a song that just makes you go, yes, I'm going to take on the world, bring it on?
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
Woo! I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go into Blondie, Heart of Glass. Why this absolute classic, Helen?
Because it's very exotic. Again, you might think you're in New York. It's every time I went out with someone, I think they really had a crush on Blondie. I think that she, in those days, you can say things like that. I just think it brings everyone together. It's another kind of epoch It's just a moment in your life, and you just go, I don't know what the words mean, but it was cool, really cool.
Yeah, I like that. Well, here it is, Blondie, Heart of Glass, number 1 in 1979. Helen, your last song choice, Alison, Elvis Costello. Why this one?
Well, I had a friend on the circuit called John Hegley, who's a poet, who reminded me of Elvis Costello, and there's that kind of lament and energy, and he was so loved by so many people, and it's just edgy love song that you kind of sing along with. It's the kind of thing where you see in Glastonbury and people sort of holding their mobile phones up, and it just unifies everyone about love and loss. That's if you want a little bit of an indulgence. But Elvis Costello was, he was big. I mean, probably still is. Just love that. I just love his voice.
Yes. Well, we're going to play that out on the show right now. But Helen, thank you so much for taking the time to come on today. You've made me laugh. It's been emotional.
Well,
I mean, you brought back Jedward and Venga Boys. That's made my whole day.
And will you ask your lovely viewers to go on the Comedy Women in Print website and see if there's anything that interests them, and tweet it.
Right.
CWIP
We want everyone to tweet.
Just a little bit of love.
Yes,
a little bit of love.
A little bit of love here for Helen Lederer. We're going to put the details on the screen below of how you can check that out. But Helen, thank you so much. You're an absolute comedy legend. It's Helen Lederer, everyone.
And Hayley, everyone, indeed.
No one's ever done that. Huge thank you, Helen Lederer. What a show it has been. And thank you to you at home for supporting the show. It really is very much appreciated. Thank you. Now, I will see you same time, same place next week. And we're going to leave you with that last song choice, Alison by Elvis Costello. See you then.
Oh, it's so funny to be seeing you.